Did Meghan Markle leak details to the press of Prince Harry's trip to his uncle's funeral? If this is true, this is absolutely disgusting. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught my eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because the question is, did Megsy leak details of Prince Harry's trip to the UK for his uncle's funeral? I'm going to show you what I found, and you guys can make a decision and let me know in the comments down below what you think to all of this. But let's start with Exhibit A. So this is from The Sun, and the title here is United by Grief. Warring Prince William and Harry reunite at their uncle's funeral after Duke of Sussex makes secret dash to the UK. Now, first and foremost, it ain't a secret dash if all of a sudden the whole world knows that he dashed over to the UK. There's nothing secret about it when it's literally headline news, first and foremost. Secondly, it then says, pretty much in the first paragraph, that the princes both discreetly attended the funeral for Lord Robert Fellows, who was their mother Diana's brother-in-law. So, two things spring out straight away, which is major alarm bells, okay? So when I do a little bit of linguistic analysis, and let me be very clear here, I'm not an expert on linguistic analysis, I'm very much an amateur, but I do have a degree and I do know a little bit in terms of analysing language, so let me just put that out there. Two major red flags come out to me straight away. The first one, which I've already pretty much discussed, is this whole him making the secret dash. Well, how does the world know? He could have kept it a secret and no one had been any the wiser. When he was in the UK at the time, no one knew, okay? So how all of a sudden after the fact is the whole world knowing about this? Where is this coming from? And the second one is that the princes both discreetly attended. Well, there's nothing discreet about it when, again, it becomes headline news and the whole world knows that Hazard and Prince William attended the funeral. There's nothing discreet about it. So where is this information coming from? Now, let's go to Exhibit B. So this was released yesterday, and apparently Hazard's emotional tribute to his late uncle left guests astounded and him pleased, source says. Now, how would we know that A, Hazard made an emotional tribute, and B, the reactions of the guests to said emotional tribute? How would we know about this? How is it going into the press? How is it, admittedly, now going to People, which, as we all know and suspect, is one of the major mouthpieces for Megsy and Hazard? So, apparently, one of the reported 300 attendees said that most people were astounded that Hazard came. He was on remarkably good form, and you could tell he was very pleased to see everybody, and he was very pleased that he had come over. Now, people are saying that this is from one of the reported 300 attendees. Really? One of the attendees at that funeral is all of a sudden going to blab to people.com. Now, we're talking about very high level, high class society that's going to be attending, or that has attended, sorry, let me get my teeth back in, that had attended this particular funeral. And this very high class of people, generally speaking, shut their gobs and don't speak out when it comes to the royal family, society, this, that, and the other, right? But all of a sudden, one of them is going to blab about Hazard's attendance and the reaction to his speech, whatever it was. Come on, really? Pull the other one here. And so a, quote, royal insider, all right, says, I think it was lovely and right that he came and paid his respects. Suggesting, given everything that has gone on with the family's health, I suspect he wants to spend time with people. He's very close to his mother's side of the family. Yeah, he's very close to his mother's side of family because the other side, quite frankly and quite rightly, don't want anything to do with him whatsoever. But again, who is this royal insider? Who is this source? And why are they all of a sudden blabbing details about Hazard's trip to his uncle's funeral? How do we know this? Where is this coming from? Now, let me now round all this off with Exhibit C. Now, for Hazard to turn around and say, I need security whenever I come to the UK, I'm fighting for security, blah, 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 I'm not safe, my family's not safe when we come to the UK, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, why all of a sudden are we finding out where he's staying at when he comes to the UK? Yeah, this is not helping his argument whatsoever, first and foremost, in terms of his fight for UK taxpayer-funded security. If he felt that he's not safe at all when he comes to the UK, then why would details about where he stays when he is in the UK be leaked to the press? Just asking for a friend. But this is the kicker. So here the article is saying that Hazard, when he came to the UK for his uncle's funeral, he stayed at Althorp, which is Princess Diana's childhood home. However, very, very interesting here what's happened. So apparently he stayed with his uncle Charles Spencer at Althorp House. But when people went to Charles Spencer, he had no comment. Spencer had no comment when reached by people. So let's put it this way. If it's not the Spencer side that's leaking all this information to the press, where's it coming from instead? Because to me, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, there are only two sides to this story. There's the Spencer side, and then there's the Hazard and Megxie side. And if Charles Spencer's turning around and saying no comment when people approach him to try and get further information, then that only, to me, leaves one side open, who, as far as I'm concerned, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is leaking all this secret, discreet information to the press. And that, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, is Team Sussex. Megxie, and potentially Hazard as well. What do you guys think? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions on whether you think Megxie is leaking details of Hazard's trip to his uncle's funeral, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.